The Bhagavad Gita, in spite of being an episode in the Mahabharata, has more to it. The Mahabharata, which is said to date back to 5000 BC, is still adored and read not only for its being an epic of enormous proportions, but also because it is a tale reflecting the man of all times. If one feels that it is a fictitious story, it has all that a masterpiece demands. If it is considered something beyond and a real tale, it evidences the existence of superior human beings. All the characters in the epic were highly learned, and were disciples of Guru Drona according to the story. They were all human beings, despite the fact that they had the personal interference of God Himself in their lives. This story is an example of the weaknesses that human beings are subject to. Arjuna's doubts in the Bhagavad Gita are the doubts of every man. Like when we are in the line of duty, we are often pulled by fears, doubts, jealousies, weaknesses, nepotism, etc. Arjuna too was vexed of war by his excessive love, respect, and devotion for his elders, relatives, and friends whom he had to fight against. Here, Arjuna says that he was Nara in every respect. He was a bundle of human weaknesses despite being physically strong. Krishna's sermon to Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita was an attempt to uplift him from his mental discrepancy. In other words, it is a great treatise on personality development, a modern buzzword all the planes of the human mind find mention here. It seeks to address all the ills of man, be they physical, psychological, spiritual, or whatever. And Arjuna here appears to be a studious disciple, with his coming out with a great many questions which rather tickle every learned mind. The occasion here was that the Bhagwan himself was the fount of the sermon. Hence Arjuna, the archer that he was here for the moment, was aiming arrows of questions, and those questions were turning out to be real sources of light for all mankind, by the divine grace of Bhagwan Krishna. Arjuna, in fact, had received instructions from Guru Drona and could never be in need of an elaborate instruction. It was only a momentary delusion for Arjuna, and Krishna arranged that pretext as the stage for giving him the sermon of the Bhagavad Gita. Such human weaknesses are all we are prone to. Hence, Bhagavad Gita is for all of us. Arjuna was sermonized by Lord Krishna in the middle of the battle. It was one such occasion where sometimes even great and illumined souls could turn ignorant and weak. The Bhagavad Gita was an attempt to alert Arjuna to human acts on a big stage like the Kurukshetra battle. It was like learning while doing, or like a good lesson that we usually learn at the height of misery and peril. No wonder that the Bhagavad Gita is a prescribed text in India and elsewhere for students. Several attempts have been made at various times to explain the spirit of the Gita to man. This one attempt by Dr. Giridhar Bare is born out of his intention to bring the Bhagavad Gita to the attention of the present day younger generation. It is strengthened in the light of its taking inspiration from the Gita Vivriti by H.H. Sri Raghavendra Tirtha and lectures by H.H. Sri Vidyasagara Madhava Tirtha Swamiji, head of the Sri Madhava Tirtha Pontificate and Sri Samirachar of Tambihalli Math. The book makes understanding the concepts easier by providing a summary of all the chapters at the beginning as well as at the end of each verse. The book is really a diligent effort offered at the lotus feet of Lord Sri Venkateswara in all humility. A complete study of the whole book, without deleting any subtitle, is bound to bring to the common man the required spiritual knowledge and also immense satisfaction. Offer my respectful obeisance to His Holiness Sri Vidyasagara Madhava Tirtha Swamiji, Pontiff of Sri Madhava Tirtha Pontificate in Karnataka, India. His Holiness is the 25th Pontiff in the lineage of Sri Madhava Tirtha, the 14th century ascetic and philosopher who was a direct disciple of Sri Madhvacharya, the exponent of the Dvaita theistic dualism school of Indian philosophy. Vishnu Shastri, a great scholar in the Advaita theistic monism school of philosophy of the 13th century, came in contact with Sri Madhvacharya, who was reviving the theistic dualism philosophy, built on the fundamental premise of a clear difference between the individual soul and the Lord Almighty, the Supreme Soul. Vishnu Shastri was greatly influenced by the divine scholarly arguments of Sri Madhvacharya and in particular by his commentary on 40 selected hymns of the Rig Veda. He became a disciple of Sri Madhvacharya and entered the monastery as Sri Madhava Tirtha. He headed the Madhva pontificate. In the 14th century, he is credited to be the only scholar to have composed a rigorous commentary on all the four Vedas based on the concepts of Dvaita philosophy. He was blessed and gifted with the beautiful idol of Lord Sri Veera Rama by Sri Madhvacharya, and this idol continues to be worshipped to this day by the reigning pontiff. The reigning pontiff H.H. Sri Vidyasagara Madhava Tirtha was born on the most auspicious Ananta Chaturdashi day of 1932 to very pious parents in the illustrious lineage of H.H. Sri Kambalaru Ramachandra Tirtha of the glorious Sri Vyasaraja Math. He was named Venkatesha. He was groomed into every aspect of Sri Madhava's philosophy from his childhood days by his father, who was also a great scholar. He had a brilliant academic record, securing a master's degree in literature followed by a doctorate in the Mahabharata from Karnataka University. He chose teaching as his career and served as professor and principal of government. After retiring from active service, he was invited to be the principal of Sri Guru Sarvabhauma Sanskrita Vidyapith at Mantraling, where he served at the divine feet of Sri Raghavendra Swami. Pleased by his service, within a year, Sri Raghavendra Swami chose him to lead the pontificate of Sri Madhava Tirtha Mula Sanstana Math, resulting in an invitation to him by the then pontiff Sri Prasanna Shura Madhavetirtha. He was named Sri Vidyasagara Madhavetirtha, and he has been serving the pontificate for over 19 years, performing daily worship to the most sacred Sri Veera Rama idol with great devotion and dedication. An erudite scholar, with proficiency in many aspects of literature, arts, and mastery over many languages, H.H. has composed many devotional songs in Kannada which bring out his emotional relationship with the Lord Almighty. H.H. observes strict austerities for ascetics as laid down by Sri Madhvacharya and is an ideal seer in every sense. Under his stewardship, the pontificate has made great strides and attracted many loyal, committed followers. Due to divine providence, I got the opportunity to attend the daily lectures conducted by His Holiness on Gita Vivriti, a commentary on the Bhagavad Gita by the 16th century ascetic and philosopher Sri Raghavendra Tirtha, which is based on the commentary by Sri Madhvacharya and Sri Jaya Tirtha. H.H. graciously supported and blessed my effort, a feeble though, to capture in English the essence of Sri Raghavendra Tirtha's Gita Vivriti and his lectures, which were in Kannada, to benefit a larger audience. I respectfully offer this work to His Holiness as Guru Dakshina and seek his blessings.